Hi, friends from Curitiba. My name is Paolo Ceccarelli, and I am very happy to be today with you for such an important moment in the history of the city and in the history of Jaime. The recognition of his important role in the studies for planning cities and for changing our societies have been recognized with the institution of a permanent chair at his name. I think that this is an important moment for the researcher and for the practitioners in urban studies because the contribution that James gave through his work, first as a mayor of Curitiba, of the city of Curitiba, and then as governor of Paraná, has been very important for our field, and his contribution were seminal for further research and studies and exploration in advanced techniques for planning and methodologies for a better organization of our environment. I was honored to be directly connected with him in his work at the beginning of this century, both in Curitiba and for the work of Paranacidade. And that moment was for me extremely fruitful because gave me new ideas, new suggestions, and also taught to me how to face in a different way many problems that cities faced at that time and are facing now. In some way, the approach of a sort of fresh view of the problems of the city, trying to introduce new ideas and more human approaches to the problems that people living in cities had to face. For instance, through a better system of transportation like BRT, that by the way are is in some way remember in these days for its 50th anniversary, and I think is were something that was very new, very fresh, and something unexpected on the scene of sort of standard approaches, very technical, that were mostly coming from the American approach, the United States approach of the universities and the research centers, strongly connected with an idea of uh, trying to develop the urban system in order to have a more rich and more affluent society, but also a more unbalanced society. And so the idea that were developed in Brazil at that time and in Curitiba in particular were very useful to have a different view of the problems that our planet had to face. And they are still very important and still very fresh, even if obviously many things changed in the last 50 years. And many things changed because many of the developments that occurred in Curitiba, that at the beginning was a rather small place based on an agricultural economy, and then becoming a very important urban center based on service economy and industries and so are the problems that we face in other places in the world. And so Curitiba was a laboratory of ideas and suggestions and proposals that are still important to be studied. So I think that from this point of view, the institution of the chair is very important because it's a way of polarizing around its activity a number of other institutions, and I'll be very happy to involve in direct action two institutions in which I am responsible. One is the International Laboratory of Architecture and Urban Design, that, by the way, had an important workshop in the 2000 in Curitiba, and the chair of UNESCO chair of planning, urban and regional planning for sustainable local development, of which I am chairholder. So I promise to be on the side of the chair as much as I can and to help the chair to develop very interesting programs and to work on new ideas, to suggest new lines of work, and in such a way to continue to remember the role that Jaime had for so many years. Thank you very much and good luck.